James. LeBron. LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Yes! We're now live, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live on the airways, Sipping with SOLZ, episode 14. Right? Sipping with SOLZ, episode 14. God, this is the day of LeBron. I ain't gonna lie. This is a great day to be a BRON fan. Great day to be a Laker fan. Great day to be a hoop fan, man. I ain't gonna lie. Great hoops today. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this ain't a basketball platform for real, but we talking about BRON today, man. Sorry. It is pop culture. You know what I'm saying? It is about sports media. And sports media is about content creation as well. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sipping with SOLZ. We are already on episode 14. Oh my goodness. God, back at it again with another stream. I'm excited to be back sipping with SOLZ, man. What am I sipping on today? I got Chick-fil-A for dinner from DoorDash. Y'all see the receipt. You know what I'm saying? It's actually what is this? A Sunjoy. I keep on forgetting the name. It's a Sunjoy. So tea and lemonade. However, put some honey in it. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm sipping on today. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about today, chat. We got a lot to talk about today. For the last couple of streams, I'm not gonna lie, internet been kind of dead. From like a topical standpoint, internet been kind of dead, but it's heating up. It's heating up. So, shout out to the early birds in the building. We already got 40 in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Some of y'all might be asking, why am I at my desk and not at the chair? We're always trying something different on the stream. Okay, we're always trying something different, and I don't know. I don't think, cause y'all don't see it. All y'all see is me sitting right here, talking to the camera, switching scenes. The distance from this chair to this monitor right here, which is the main monitor I use, is pretty fucking far, okay? And the reason why that's a problem is because I don't have good eyesight, okay? From a long distance perspective, I do not have good eyesight. So I'm over here literally squinting. What link do I press? Is OBS looking good? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what I look like. So I don't know. I think I need to reevaluate things, because it's just the flow of the pod, the flow of the, you know what I'm saying? The flow of the stream is just, you know, it just looks too crazy. Buck said, do I got glasses? I do have glasses, but the problem is because of, and you'll see it in the first stream that I did on the chair. The glare was really bad on camera. Like, you can see the light glaring through, reflecting through the glasses. So the clips look crazy. Like, you can't even see my eyes, and I want you to see my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could zoom in a little. Like, I want you to see my eyes. Right? What color are they? Some people say they're black. Some people say they're brown. I think they're brown. But how is that pause? How is that pause? I'm pause farming? That ain't even Ayo. I want you to look into my eyes. Is that Ayo? That's not Ayo, bro. That's not Ayo. But my bad for starting late, y'all, because I was watching the Laker game. I'm sorry, y'all. Hate to break it to y'all, okay? I was watching the Laker game, and thank God I did, because the ending was crazy. Shout out to BRON for the game winner. Shout out to Big BRON for the game winner, bro. That was absolutely insane. So not only did LeBron go on a legendary media press run, which will be the main topic of the stream, but he also hit a game winner. Like, what kind of... This is This is a great day to be a Bron fan. It's a great day to be LeBron, period. You know? But some housekeeping things. Shout out to everyone in the stream right now. Shout out to the 65 early birds. I do see 65 people in here, but only 12 likes. 69 now. That's an AO. But only 12 likes. So let's get those likes up. You know, let's get 69 likes. 69 viewers, 69 likes. Liking a stream is free. You know what I'm saying? It helps us in the algorithm and things of that nature. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Road to 50K, ladies and gentlemen. Road to 50K. Okay? Don't let me get plaque 3. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And I have another channel already with 50K. And I just stopped because I didn't want to do basketball content anymore. But don't let me get plaque 3, chat. Because I already got 2 in the back. You know what I'm saying? I already got 2 in the back. So if y'all let me get plaque 3, I'm really about to be talking my shit. Dead ass. That really is when I start selling the courses. I'm being so serious. Once I get plaque 3, that's when I'm gonna sell the course. I'm certified. I'm verified. Pause. What the fuck? 2 in the back? Okay. All right. Okay, bro. Okay, this is the community I raised. I take full accountability. I take full accountability. I am so sorry. But let's see if we have a 5-star review to read today. We actually do. Oh my goodness, we actually do. This is the first one since March 9th. This is from ZM_punk. Okay, good podcast. Very good podcast. That's why it's 5 stars, enough said. Listen, man. Listen. Check us out on audio. Links in the description. Okay, we're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. The video is actually also on Spotify. Found out how to upload video on Spotify. Check us out on audio, man. That's where the bag's at. I've had conversations. That's where the bag's at. Okay, so go check us out on audio. And also, follow me on the gram. Yes. Follow me on the gram. If you've really been tapped in, chat, you would know I have been killing it on the gram. Hold on, let me raise this a little bit. I have been killing on Instagram. See what I'm saying? We're already inching up to 44,000 followers. But the views on the reels, it feel like 2022 again. Dead ass. I feel like I'm in 2022 when it comes to these real views. Look at this. Look at what we built, chat. Look at what we built. We are absolutely killing. Absolutely killing on Instagram. So I want to check. I want y'all to follow me on Instagram because I'm definitely going to be more active on here. Okay. This is probably where y'all are going to get most of the updates for the stream. Okay. This is probably where I'm going to ask for Q&As moving forward and things of that nature. So please, please, please go ahead and check out the Instagram. The Instagram is fire. The Instagram is absolutely fire. But outside of that, let's get into the content. Okay, let's get into the content. IG somehow has the best algorithm. First hot take of the day. I'm not gonna lie. Growing on TikTok is actually hard now. Like, a couple years ago, especially when it first came on, TikTok was the platform everyone went to for easy views, okay? To get a following the easiest way. And I will say, I really wish I took TikTok more seriously during that time because my life probably would be different if I took TikTok more seriously during that time. But nevertheless, in 2025, I don't know if y'all have ever actually tried to grow on TikTok in the last, 2 years. It is hard. It is an oversaturated, it's an oversaturated platform. There's a lot of creative, cat's out the bag. You can make money from it. You can become famous on TikTok. TikTok can change your life, and everyone's just been going at it. The barrier to entry has gotten higher every single day. The quality of content has been higher every single day, and it's just harder to make it on TikTok now, especially out of all the vertical short form platforms. TikTok is the hardest one to go crazy. But Instagram feel like early 2022. I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all, like it's fun over there on Instagram now. I ain't gonna lie. But nevertheless, let's get into some lighthearted shit. Okay, let's get into some lighthearted shit. I wanna ask y'all this, or not even ask y'all, bro. I seen this on Twitter. This is a what is this? It's like a catering website. It's a food place. Okay. See some of our mouth-watering selections below. Large dinner, $18. Small dinner, $15. Meat selection, pause. Yo. Putting pause. Hey, chat. Putting pause on your menu is hilarious. SOLZ influence. Is this the Let's Keep It a Restaurant? Bro. No, Zach. You don't have to change the wording of nothing. You could just leave it at meat selection. Leave the pause to the pause people, but don't put that on your fucking menu. Cause that's crazy. That's crazy. I will say this though. Does the food even look good? Let's really zoom in. Does the food even look good? My thing is, why is the seasoning the same for all the meats? That's the problem. Look at the meats, chat. All the seasoning is the same. That's the problem. We need more variety. Now, I may give them credit. If the seasoning is fire, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But nah, this is too much. This is too much. How do y'all feel about that meat, chat? Pause. Does the meat selection even look mouthwatering? Look at the meats. All right. Okay. Let's just move on. Okay. Jesus Christ. I hate y'all, chat. Okay. All right. Let's look at the next story. A United Airlines plane made a U-turn 2 hours into the flight after the pilot realized they forgot their passport. The 257 passengers were given a $15 coupon. Wait. How do you as a pilot forget your passport? How do you get... Well, if you're a pilot, you may have special privileges. But how the fuck do you get through TSA without a fucking passport? What the hell? Also, realizing it 2 hours into the flight? Nah, bro. Mind you, my flight to Houston for DreamCon is through United. So, low key. You know what's crazy, chat? Specifically this year, every time I go on a flight, and I've been traveling more this year than probably any other year, specifically when I go on a flight, I just see some, like, this just had to be the year for the airline fear-mongering to be at an all-time high. This year specifically, when I'm planning to travel the most in my fucking life, really? And what's really annoying me is that the news that I see is very, very specific to the airlines I be flying. Why is it that when I went on Delta flights, all the news that was on the fucking news was about Delta flights? And now that I finally picked a non-Delta flight, now that I'm flying United, now I gotta see news about United flights? Am I being pranked? This is getting ridiculous. What did DeMarcus Cousins say? It's getting ridiculous out here. It's getting ridiculous out here, man. I hope everyone sees what's going on. It's getting ridiculous. Absolutely insane, chat. Absolutely insane. God. Listen, man, shout out to the 83 in the building. I appreciate y'all for rolling through. Appreciate y'all for rolling through. Okay, let's see what else is going on here, chat. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. What the hell? Okay, what's this? Sexy Red is being sued for $5 million because she allegedly asked her fans to kick in the door and beat up her child's grandmother in a Facebook post. Can I even watch this?
Rapper Sexy Red is in legal trouble today.
Hold on.
A new lawsuit claims she asked her fans on social media to beat up her child's grandmother, 51-year-old Nicole Barnes. Our partners at the Post-Dispatch say the 26-year-old rapper also shared Barnes' address and a photo of her home in a Facebook post. Barnes says she and her family...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Getting sued over Facebook. Getting sued over Facebook is crazy, chat. What are we doing, man? Her and Cardi B always in drama. SOLZ, as a diehard Celtics fan, I had the best experience at the Clippers arena. Me and my two friends upgraded to courtside, all you can drink and eat for $250 combined. Oh, okay. Okay, if you somehow upgrade to courtside tickets and get all you can drink and all you can eat for $250 combined, I would hope you have a good time. Like that, you would have to try not to have a good time, okay? But I'm talking about for the average fan that goes to a Clipper game, because I know why you said this. I know why you said this. I had a take months ago where I said the Intuit Arena sucks. The Intuit Dome sucks. Okay, the vibe is very gimmicky. You know, it would be better if they had a real fan base. All of those things definitely do still stand. But if you can get courtside tickets to a game for $250 combined, I mean, you can't really beat that. Okay, so I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you had a good time. But nah, that does not eradicate my take. Good deal, but it's still the Clippers. At that point, I don't care if it's the Clippers or not. Like that's a great experience for you to go to any professional sports event, get courtside tickets and all you can eat and drink. Yeah. But let me ask you, how was the environment though? Because that's the real question. That's the real question. Did you go to the Celtics Clippers game to see the Celtics? This is my thing. They have the whole wall of fans where essentially you gotta force yourself to cheer for the Clippers for you to stay there. And what I'm saying is that the technology in the arena is cool. Like, things are very modern and things of that nature. But none of it hits because Clipper fans do not exist. I know that sounds harsh. And I understand there are Clippers fans. But I'm talking about at scale, at large. Clippers fans do not exist, okay? So when you fill out this arena and invest all of these dollars and have this wall for the gimmick of amplifying crowd noise, it just doesn't hit the same when every home game feels like a road game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the technology would actually hit if literally any other team in the league had the technology. Like, I'm being so serious. If any other team in the league had the technology, I ain't gonna clip this, Zach. I ain't gonna clip this. If literally any other team had the technology for the Intuit Dome, they would be golden. The vibe would be immaculate. It would be worth it. All these different things. But Clipper fans don't exist since they haven't been good for years, so there hasn't been anything to be proud of or behind. They've been good. Nah, I can't say that. They've been good for a minute now. I would say the Clippers haven't been ass, Probably ever since the CP3 days, for real. Like the trend, like in terms of them being a good team, a playoff team, a perennial playoff team, the Clippers have been good for the last decade. I'll give them that. But in terms of their fan base, hey man, that's all I gotta say on that. That is all I gotta say on that. But SOLZ, they were supposed to be running the league, and that's fine. That's fine. But ultimately, what I'm saying is they're not ass. Okay, can God, I know we're trying to shit on the Clippers right now. When did Discord update their fucking app? This is, yo, you know what's a pet peeve of mine? When apps be updating, like having massive updates with no updates. I just opened Discord right now, chat, and the app just looks completely different. Now that I'm looking at it, though, this shit is kind of clean. But God, can I get a warning? Can I get a warning? Can I get a warning? Okay, let's start off here. Let's start off with some Yap chat, okay? Let's start off with some Yap. I'm gonna make this a reoccurring segment on these on this stream. Probably every pod, okay? This is what should I call this segment? Things that surprised me as an immigrant. I don't know. Does that sound crazy? All right, we got to come up with a better segment name. we gotta come up with a with a better segment name, because that sounds kind of crazy. But what's a better segment name? Things that surprised me as a Filipino. Something along those lines. Something like we got to workshop this. Okay, Okay, Filipino stories, Filipino tales. I don't know. I just want to get off this take. All right, I just want to get off this take. Okay, one of the things that shocked me when I came to America back in 08 or 09 was the idea of TV show episodes being released once a week. FOB findings. I don't even know what FOB is. But yes, finding out that every single TV episode, or a lot of the TV episodes of very popular shows, only release once a week, it was mind-boggling to me. I ain't gonna lie. It really was. Fresh off the boat takes. Okay. That's what that means, FOB findings. That's kind of fire. Okay? So, the reason why it shocked me is because back in the Philippines, all of the shows we watched were telenovelas, okay? Meaning, they released every single day, every single weekday, okay? Now, you can't tell through the quality that it releases every single day, okay? The quality per episode is not as high as when Severance releases, as when Game of Thrones releases. Like, you can definitely see why it releases every single day. But the idea that every single episode is an hour was like, oh my God, it's like I'm watching a movie every single week, right? But then second, the fact that I gotta wait a week for the next episode is crazy. It's crazy. And then this is what really pissed me off. I found out that they do this even for the shows that don't last an hour. That's what really pissed me off, because I'm like, okay, maybe the reasoning is, I wait a week, I get a whole hour episode. But when me and my girl started watching Abbott Elementary, and mind you, the episodes are 20 minutes long, 20, 25 minutes long. And I gotta wait a week to watch the next episode? That shit is just so crazy. By the time the next episode comes out, I already forgot what happened last week. And listen, I understand there's like recaps, you can rewatch the last, all these different things. We're doing too much. We're doing too much. We're doing too much, man. That's why Netflix took off. Hey, Jeremy, don't get me started on mid-season breaks. You know, it's already crazy that I have to wait a week for the next episode, right? The fact that the episodes are already only 20 minutes is already waiting 20 minutes, waiting a week for 20 minutes of content is like, come on, bro. But then when there's a mid-season break, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. And I'm used to it now, right? Because I've been in America long enough. This is the norm now. But the idea that we need to wait years for the next season, I don't know how y'all do it, bro. I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't, bro. Like, I get it for movies. I don't know if this is a mental thing. I get it for movies, but for TV shows, it's a fucking TV show. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's an example? Okay, here's an example. The Netflix show You, I love that show, right? I don't even know when the last season came out. And it's been so long since the last season came out. If the next season came tomorrow, and I believe it actually is coming out this year, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what happened in the last season. It's been 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, bro, I heard the gap for, like, Stranger Things is crazy too. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that's the reason why I haven't watched Invincible season 2 and 3, is because I finished season 1. I'm looking for new content. By the time season 2 rolls around, my interest is just lost. You know what I'm saying? My interest is just lost. Like, and apparently they're on season 3 now. Season 4 is coming out. Apparently the show is great, by the way. So that's no knock at Invincible. It's just how my brain works. It's just how my brain works. I'm like, yo, god damn. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we actually want to dive into it, I understand why, you know, production costs, animation, all these different things. I get it, you know. But again, it was just one of those things that, coming from the Philippines, it was like, bro, how do y'all do this? How do y'all do this? You know what I'm saying? Invisible is yearly now. Don't worry. It's the hype souls. As for now, for real, that's why I dropped it. Season 4 of Invincible is next year, unfortunately. Fortunately. I'm drunk. Jesus Christ. Demi Beast for $2. Now we wait 2 to 5 years for new seasons. Yeah. It's crazy out here, man. Listen, man, shout out to the 100 in the building. I appreciate y'all for rolling through. Okay. Starting off with some light yap here, fellas. Okay. We'll get into the main draw, the main event here very, very soon. If you haven't already liked the stream, I see 100 of y'all in here, 101 of y'all, beautiful faces in here. But I only see 43 likes. Why is that? Do y'all not fuck with me? God. No one ever fucks with the kid. Don't even, chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. I want to shout out Primo here real quick, man. Okay? Hot take of the week. Sipping with Souls is the best pivot B-Souls has ever had from NBA content to now. Podcast content is his lane, and SWS will take him very far. I don't know if Primo's watching this, but you got me blushing. You got me blushing, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love. Now, let me say this. This is definitely a hot take, because this includes Let's Keep It a Buck. I don't know if it does. Primo, if it doesn't, let me know. But he said best pivot I've made from NBA content. Let's Keep It a Buck was made to be outside of NBA pivot, okay? So, he's saying this pivot is better than Let's Keep It a Buck. It's better than the Solo Basketball channel. Well, no, that doesn't count. It's better. Essentially, it's better than Let's Keep It a Buck, and it's better than SOLZ and Sage. And listen, I know the motherfuckers that love those two platforms. This is a hot take. This is absolutely a hot take. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know, I think the reason why I've been trying to go hard on the Solo shit, pause. Okay, we definitely do have a problem here. Is because, listen, I love working as a team. I love it. You know what I'm saying? No problem to my teammates. But I do think having a place and a space where I can just get my shit off uninterruptedly, I think it's refreshing. You know, it definitely has been refreshing. It's been appreciated. You know, and also I definitely firmly believe this as well. And maybe this is the real hot take. Don't ever rely on a group project when it comes to content creation. Like don't ever. And this is with respect to my co-hosts. I would tell them straight to their face if they ever ask me about this. But doing content as a group is just too volatile. You know what I'm saying? You're relying on too many things to go right. You don't have full control over the content process. Things can break off tomorrow. And if you're not, let's just keep it real, if you're not the Kai Cenat of the group, if you're not the one of the ones of the group and you're the one that's truly relying on that group project, you are in a very volatile and financially dangerous position. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like RDC and AMP, I actually wouldn't qualify AMP in this because everyone has very strong individual platforms on AMP. RDC, listen, they've been successful. I will continue to root for their success. But me personally, I would, if I was, you know, I'm gonna just keep it real. The guys outside of Mark, I would personally work to build my own personal platform, and hopefully that's not taking that shade. That's just my belief. That's just my belief. That's no shade at Ben and Dylan and all of them, but you know, I think everyone needs to have their own individual platform so that at the end of the day, if everything just falls off, you know, shit hits the fan, all of that, you got something on your own to stand on. You know what I'm saying? So that's working with a content group, let alone working for other content creators. Boy, Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Oh, speaking of RDC, this is funny. Chad, this is funny, man. What the fuck? It's a picture of Mark getting a new haircut, and someone quote retweeted saying, "So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and give him at least 10,000, bro." And also, since it's already on the screen, this was just a funny ass tweet. Okay, that's a crazy tweet. This is just a funny ass tweet, man. It's a video of Jack Harlow. Okay, I'm about to get clapped. It's a video of Jack Harlow and Doja Cat. Bro, the quote retweet is, she better than me. I would have zipped down his pants and jacked his Harlow. Yo, that's a crazy tweet, bro. What's up with y'all, man? What's up? Nah, what's up with people, man? What's up with people? Crazy. All right, let's go ahead and get to the main event, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to the main event, okay? Boy, like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's a great day to be LeBron. It's a great day to be a LeBron James fan. And it's a bad day to be Stephen A. Smith. And it's a bad day to be Brian Windhorst. It's a bad day to be a part of traditional mainstream sports media. That's just what it is. So you might be asking, why, B-Souls? Why do you believe this? How did you concur? How did you conclude? Okay. Well, it started off with LeBron James. Well, I believe it actually started with Stephen A. It might have started with LeBron. Fuck it. LeBron James went on the Pat McAfee show today. And I'm not going to lie, even in the pod game, he's efficient. Hey, chat, even in the pod game, he's efficient. You might be asking, again, SOLZ, why do you say that? Why do you say that? All of these clips from today, chat, came from an hour-long interview. An hour-long interview. Okay, here it is on the Pat McAfee channel. All of this content, all of these clips came from 70 minutes. That's efficient as hell. Okay. So you might be asking, what did he say on the Pat McAfee show? First of all, hearing LeBron James swear is still very weird. Okay. Hearing LeBron, not hearing LeBron, hearing Stephen A swear is also weird. But I think as we continue to age and as the media game continues to evolve, you know, I'm glad that we're seeing more stripped down versions of the past media, the real side and things of that nature. But nevertheless, I digress. LeBron James was on the Pat McAfee show and let off a bunch of takes, addressed a bunch of shit, because they keep it real at the Pat McAfee show. Okay, so one of the talking points when it came to this interview was, one, him even being on the Pat McAfee show. Okay, there's a take of Rashad McCants, I believe today, saying that, you know, it's kind of weird that, you know, Bron still hasn't showed up on Club Shay Shay, but it showed up on Pat McAfee. And I will say this. I don't think it's something that, like, you know, says something about LeBron in a very serious way, but I do find it weird. I ain't gonna lie. I do find it weird. I personally feel like if I'm LeBron James and I look at the media landscape, I would put the first show that I would put on my list of guest shows to be on would be Club Shay Shay. Extremely big platform, led by, you know, Shannon Sharp, one of the biggest LeBron fans on the internet and things of that nature. But he's been on, I know he had a guest appearance, and this is where people corrected me. He had a guest appearance on Richard Jefferson's podcast a couple years ago. Okay. He had one on, whatchamacallit. He had one on Jason Kelsey's podcast this year. And now this is his latest one with Pat McAfee. And I don't know. I just definitely find that interesting. Okay. So he goes on the Pat McAfee show and he says various things. Okay. Speaks on Jimmy Butler, D Wade, talking about Heat culture. That's kind of light. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool. This was one of the big ones. This is LeBron James on Stephen A. I don't know if I could play it. He's like on a Taylor Swift tour right now. He couldn't wait for the video to come out. Actually, I'm going to play it because we watched this earlier.
No, which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, we're viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, it's, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, you know, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, you know, That is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. You know, and I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about it again. Oh my God, he's gonna get.
LeBron's going crazy. This part right here is the funny part.
Get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance.
Like,
but you're right.
Dude, like relax, bro. Like relax. Like seriously.
Yo, Bron funny, bro. Bron is funny. So that's one take. I will say this. I want to divide this conversation into two parts. One is just LeBron and Stephen A. And the first part is just a conversation about sports media. Because I think a lot of the things that LeBron did today really is telling of the current state of sports media. Okay? But we'll get into that here in a second. Couple of other things. Okay? LeBron says he'll be able to play in any era. Again, that's kind of like, I think this was also the podcast where he said Giannis will drop 250 in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? He had some quotes about, his relationship with Michael Jordan, right? Now this one right here. This one right here. This the clip right here. Hey, hold on.
I see a lot of shit too. Like I seen Brian Windhorst on one of these shows not too long ago. Like
Wendy.
Yeah, you played over Housekeeping.
Wendy, you guys played together in high school.
Yeah,
right? He was on your high school.
This guy was like, says he's like my fucking best friend. These guys are just weird. But I see a lot.
Woo! Damn. Bron just called you weird. Bron just called you weird. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, bro. So, fired shots at Stephen A. back again. Fired shots at Brian Windhorst. Specifically, essentially calling him, not even essentially. He called Brian Windhorst a weirdo. He called him a glazer. And I just find it interesting that I get it. I get why he's doing it now. He's at the tail end of his career, this, that, and the third. But Brian Windhorst has been in the game for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. 10 plus years, I believe. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since I started watching basketball, Brian Windhorst has been there from the jump. Okay? And this is a guy that, his claim to fame has been following LeBron James's career from the very beginning. He was there at St. Vincent St. Mary's. I don't know if he said that they were classmates or whatever, but from a quick Google search of Brian Windhorst's career, I don't believe that actually is the case. If we look here, Windhorst began covering James during his high school playing career and began covering the Cavaliers in 2003, the year that James was drafted. Okay, but let's see. Windhorst attended high school in Akron, Ohio at St. Vincent St. Mary's, the same school that LeBron would later attend, and graduated from Kent State University with a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism in 2000. Okay, so he graduated from college in 2000, and I'm assuming went back to St. Vincent St. Mary's to cover LeBron James. And then ever since then, again, his claim to fame has been essentially being, the LeBron guy in the media. He's been a follower, you know what I'm saying? And I do find it interesting that, like, one, LeBron James is just, hey, if you speak out of line, man, I'm talking about you. So with the Stephen A. Smith shit, him talking about his child and, fatherhood, he's speaking that about you. But Brian Windhorst, allegedly, now I haven't actually seen the clip. There's a clip of Stephen A. also saying that this never even happened. But, Brian Windhorst making it seem like him and LeBron were best buddies. He's getting called out now. And I think an interesting part about this as well is the names that LeBron is not saying. I think that's a very interesting conversation point when it comes to this, is the fact that LeBron James is saying all of this, you know, speaking out about his critics now, speaking about, you know, motherfuckers that have been talking about him for years. But never once still has he mentioned Skip Bayless by name. Never once has he still mentioned Skip Bayless by name. And that makes me wonder, one, if LeBron is talking like this now, I could just imagine what LeBron was saying during Skip's prime. Matter of fact, he's probably talking more shit now that Skip Bayless is actually falling off. I would argue. You know what I'm saying? But I truly do think now, and I'm very, very convinced that it is a deliberate thing that LeBron James is not acknowledging Skip Bayless, especially with how we talked about Stephen A., is because that's exactly what Skip Bayless is looking for, is LeBron James's acknowledgement, is to start drama, is to keep his ratings up and all this different shit. So I actually applaud LeBron James for never mentioning Skip Bayless. Never mentioning Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? But also that makes me wonder, going back to the Shannon Sharp conversation, is it deliberate that LeBron James is not, you know, mentioning Shannon? Because, yeah, I think they've interacted on social media, but him going on Club Shay Shay, is that like a deliberate thing? Not going on Club Shay Shay, is that a deliberate thing? Like, has LeBron gone out of his way to stay on unbiased platforms or like center platforms when it comes to the LeBron conversation? You know, he don't want to stick with the Glazers. He don't want to stick with the haters. He's just going to stay with, you know, Jason Kelsey. He's just going to stay with Pat McAfee, which are pretty neutral platforms when it comes to this. I do think that's very, very interesting. But outside of that, another part of this conversation is LeBron James. This is on a more positive note. LeBron James and the Mind the Game podcast is back. You may be asking, it's back. With who? Not JJ Redick, but LeBron James is still actually there. But this time with Steve Nash. And I think, listen, I don't know Steve Nash's media career, but I definitely know that motherfucker knows ball. Goon cheese on his beard. What the fuck? What? Okay. I definitely know this dude knows his ball, okay? And I think this is such a great pairing. Chat. When we talk about what Mind the Game is, what it stands for, getting LeBron James and Steve Nash to talk about basketball, two of the greatest offensive weapons in NBA history at their peak. Matter of fact, not even at their peaks, period. Two of the greatest offensive weapons in NBA history, talking about the X's and O's of the game. Two of the greatest playmakers, two of the greatest point guards, no pun intended, two of the greatest minds of the game, talking ball. This is about to be amazing. So, first of all, I'm excited from that front. But I do think that everything LeBron James did today, one, let me say this. LeBron James is a very calculated individual. And I think everything that he did on March 26, 2025 was a calculated move. I'm going to say it. Number one, attacking Brian Windhorst and calling him weird. That was intentional. Attacking one of the mainstream media dudes who thinks that they can just talk out of their neck because they got some insider shit. That's a part of the plan. Number two, reigniting and addressing the Stephen A. Smith shit and doubling down. That is on purpose. Number three, going on the Pat McAfee show specifically, one of First Take's competitors, And if anything, one of the shows that they specifically brought in to be one of the future faces of ESPN, I think that was very, very deliberate. That was very, very deliberate. Also, releasing this trailer, releasing this teaser of Mind the Game coming back on this exact day, all of this is calculated. I am so convinced that all of this is calculated. And it is an attack on traditional media. It is an attack on traditional media, and I am here for it. I am here for it, chat. I'm being so serious. I am so fucking here for it. Traditional media is so, specifically in sports, but, even in the political lane, they've been definitely arguing this. And I tend to agree. Traditional media is so ass. Traditional media is so out of touch. Traditional media is a bunch of legacy acts now that have been in the game for 10 plus years, and that's really all they're holding on to now. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about the content of their work. We're just talking about this dude has been in the game for X amount of years, so therefore we should trust him. That's a lot of this. And I think that's the reason, one of the main reasons why Stephen A and them have the egos that they have is because we've allowed them to build up this ego that they feel like they're bigger than journalism, that they're bigger than just analyzing the game. You know what I'm saying? They're big Brian Windhorst. You know what I'm saying? Big Adrian Wojnarowski. Big Stephen A. That's the problem. And I'm glad as well. And I've definitely been negative when it comes to some of this conversation as well. When it comes to players coming into the podcasting space, because a lot of the player podcasts, specifically coming from the current ones, they're not that great as well from a content perspective. But what I will say is, I think Mind the Game specifically, and Thinking Basketball specifically, and a couple other platforms out there, have definitely absolutely shown that there is an appetite for deep X's and O's conversations. There's clearly a want from the NBA community of just actual basketball analysis. I know that sounds crazy. Actual basketball analysis. You know what I'm saying? And it's at a very competitive and high degree, right? Like when you look at the numbers Mind the Game was pulling off, when you look at the numbers JJ Redick was pulling off when he was potting, when you look at the numbers that Thinking Basketball as a solo platform produces from a solo content creator, independent content creator, it is per content competitive with these narrative-driven platforms like First Take, like First Things First, like Undisputed back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, it's one-upping these platforms. If anything, it's one-upping these platforms. So there's clearly a want for this. And the way mainstream media is moving makes me believe that it is a choice. It is a deliberate choice by mainstream media to not talk about the X's and O's. X's and O's. Let me say that again. It is a deliberate choice by mainstream media to not talk about the X's and O's of the game. Because they can. Because they can. I'm sorry to tell you, chat. It is easier to start up shows. It is easier to produce content when you have the backing of $1 billion company, of $1 million company, however, big ESPN is. They have the cachet. They have the legacy value. They have the resources. They have the connections to truly bring anyone they really want on the platform. You know what I'm saying? But they keep on choosing to bring on and extend the Stephen A. Smiths of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Shannon Sharps of the world. Respect to Shannon Sharp, but let's keep it a stack. He don't be talking about X's and O's when it comes to basketball. You know what I'm saying? Pat McAfee, I don't know enough about his football. I don't know enough about his football takes. They just canceled. They just stopped working with like Zach Lowe. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the other shows that they got on the platform. But if they really wanted to, they could bring on a Mind the Game type show. As a matter of fact, they did it back in the day with Kobe. Do y'all remember the what was that series they had with Kobe? There was a series Kobe did analyzing current NBA players. He was very X's and O's when it comes with it, slowing down the footage, giving them advice, like giving voiceovers. I believe that was backed by ESPN. So they have done it, and that succeeded for them. I think it was Spotlight. Zach is saying Spotlight. I forgot what it was called. But it was a fantastic show. Everyone loved it. Detail. Okay, Detail. If y'all remember Detail, ESPN did a show like that. It succeeded. It had really good reception. You know, unfortunately, obviously, they couldn't do it with the passing of the late, great Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. But, bro, that existed. It succeeded. So now we have this case of, we have case studies on your platform. It doing, bro, who the fuck remembers Sports Science? Do y'all remember Sports Science? That was one of my favorite parts of watching ESPN back in the day. So oh my God, we have case studies within ESPN of this shit working, both back in the day, in recent memory, right now, on other platforms. So what I'm saying is this is a deliberate decision by ESPN primarily. I'm gonna keep it a stack. To continue to push these narrative-driven, hot take-driven platforms. That's ultimately what I'm saying. This is on purpose at this point. And I get why. On some insider shit chat, one thing I've definitely learned with my new job is that a lot of legacy media is ran by some old ass motherfuckers, man. It just is, you know? Like the company I work at is a very progressive company when it comes to the media landscape. And even then, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the people I work with are still on the older side. Respect to them. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the people who work at ESPN, the people who work at the NBA, the people who work at the MLB, these are old-ass motherfuckers that, in my opinion, don't really got a pulse on the culture anymore. Don't really got a pulse on what sports fans want these days. You know? And they're on some if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of shit. But we're getting to a point where y'all have had that mentality for such a long period of time. It is broke now. You know what I'm saying? It is broke. So we gotta go fix it. We gotta go fix it. We gotta adjust with the times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that players have reclaimed their voice. I'm happy that we are, you know, living in an age where players can get their shit off and hold these media personalities accountable. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm happy we live in that era, chat. I'm happy we live in that era. Okay? But let's get a little personal, okay? Let's get a little personal, chat. Let's get a little personal. Because, like I said earlier, this clip right here started it off. Okay? Not started it off. The clip that actually started it off was at the game. But nevertheless, LeBron James goes on Pat McAfee, clowns Stephen A again, doubles down, says he's like on a Taylor Swift tour right now, and he couldn't wait for the video to come out. Clowning Stephen A. And you know how Stephen A gets. Matter of fact, LeBron has been telling y'all, he gonna get on camera and address shit like a man. Like a real man. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see what LeBron. Not LeBron. Let me see what Stephen A. Smith said, man.
And
let's actually watch it in full. Let's actually watch it in full because boy, Stephen A. was mad quick to the punch, and I just find this all funny because LeBron James, for the second time in a row, was just proven right by Stephen A. Smith's immediate actions after being called out. It seems like every time Stephen A. gets called out, he just proves people right every single time. Every single time, bro. Because literally LeBron in the clip was like, Stephen A. is going to come back home, get some ice cream, sit down in his tidy whities and enjoy, love the fact that I'm talking about him so he can get on this platform and talk more about me. And what does what does Stephen A. do? In a matter of hours, talks about him for 50 minutes. So let's see. Also, he backtracked on the backtracking on the Bronny shit. Nevertheless,
additional dates and cities to be in.
Let's skip this a little bit.
He wanted to be seen showing up on the Pat McAfee show today, talking a little bit of smack, by the way, about yours truly. Okay. He had his say. My turn. Stephen A. Smith show in the house. Let's roll.
It's so funny seeing old media be in new media now and like take their older media antics to new media. Because YouTubers ain't doing this. Doing intros like this. Real YouTubers ain't doing this. It's funny though. It's funny because he's media. This is what he's used to. You know what I'm saying? This is his comfort zone. I just find it all interesting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you over the digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. As always, I'd like to take a moment to thank my subscribers and followers over the last 23 months or so. Millions of down subscribers. I truly appreciated that as a member of the Stephen A. Smith Show family. And as always, I like to encourage people to get a fix. Need to start today. And
your audience attention is getting
with
cooked,
some
Stephen A.
sports talk, media news, and my good friend, Mr. LeBron James. LeBron appeared on the Pat McAfee show today and made a few headlines with his thoughts on a number of topics, including yours truly. For those of you who didn't see it, I'll play it for you right here. This is LeBron James on Pat McAfee talking about me.
Which leads, obviously, to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, it's... And like he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tidy whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, relax, bro. Like, relax.
He want to smile. He want to smile, chat. Look at him. And he want to smile. Look at him. Look at that. He couldn't help it. Chat, he couldn't help it. Yo. Chat. Stephen A is hilarious. He is hilarious, chat.
Tidy Whitey's comment was funny because I don't wear tidy whities.
The tidy whitey comment was funny because I don't wear. Yo.
Let you figure out why that is. But moving on from that.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean, chat? What does that mean? Nah, deadass. What did he mean by that? No, we gotta roll that back. We got chat. We quite literally have to pause, rewind, cause what does he mean?
Tidy Whitey's comment was funny because I don't wear tidy whities. Let you figure out why that is. But moving on from that particular subject, I don't happen to consider anything that LeBron has said a laughing matter.
Okay.
So y'all wanted me to be serious, I'll be serious. And I know there's some people out there that's going to be like, oh, I'm milking the story for all it's worth. Well, I've been winning in television for quite some time.
Bro, he not even denying it. Yo, he's not even denying it now, Chaz. This dude is a professional. Let me tell you this, man. Sometimes you really do gotta respect the game. Sometimes you really do gotta respect the game. Because this is a professional at work. Literally, this is a professional at work right now, chat. He is one of the big-time ballers because it is. Let's keep it a stack. There's a reason why ESPN paid him $100 million. It's for moments like this. Nah, bro.
I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron, and I don't need an incident like this to get ratings. LeBron gives us plenty of ammunition to talk about him, both good and bad. So let's get that out the way first. Let's also get out the way that major props to Pat McAfee for getting that interview. There's a lot of people that's been texting me, and he's a teammate. He's on ESPN. Why would he do that? Please, y'all, be quiet. Pat McAfee did nothing wrong. Pat McAfee did his job. Pat McAfee has a show that airs on ESPN. You have an opportunity to get...
Now, if I'm Pat McAfee, I'm asking Stephen A. who texted that ass. Nah, because who is going... Nah, that ass, because who the fuck is going to Stephen A.'s ear talking about, damn, bro, that shit kind of crazy. Is Pat a snake? That's kind of crazy.
LeBron James, you take him. I don't give a damn who you are. This is one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. You get him. If you have an opportunity to get him, you get him. And I didn't think that Pat McAfee disrespected me or did me wrong in any way. He did his job, and I got no problems with it. My issue is with LeBron James.
Hold on.
And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it.
No, you
and in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar.
Oh, wow.
And he went on national television today, and he lied again. You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to...
They still got love. Nah, let me not be petty, man. Let me not be my boy Low, yeah. W Marcel in chat, man. W Marcel, man.
Gonna roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. Right, it was on national television.
Hold on, chat. I need mods. All right, we got some idiots in the chat. Hold on. All right, I need some mods, chat. I need some mods. Who wants a mod? I don't know, 33. I'm giving you mod. Okay? I'm giving you mod. Let me give Dummy Beast. Let me give Glowzack mod. Okay. Word. All right. Go handle them for me, please. Thank you.
The cameras were rolling, and had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked, because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate. But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated,
we gotta, hold on, chat, hold on. Because we have to handle some business in chat. Hold on.
Swung on him. Immediately.
Hold on.
Because I assure you, it was a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith. And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked. Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate.
Why even mention that, though? That's my thing. Like, no one was talking about LeBron putting his hands on you. Bro, he just got pressed in public. That's all it was. That's all it was. I like the confidence, though. And I'm going to be honest. I don't even think it's fake tough. That ass. Because maybe it is. I don't know. Chat, do y'all think it's fake tough? Y'all think it's fake tough? And why? Why do y'all think it's fake tough? Because I think it's pretty... Like, he literally said he's going... Like, he going to swing. That's all. Like, he's probably going to lose. He's going to embarrass himself, probably. You know, that is LeBron 6'8", 250. But if he puts his hands on me, I'm putting his hands on him. You know what I'm saying? But
I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated, I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him. And whether it's the video that you saw him a couple of days later after that incident when he was talking to Richard Jefferson, my colleague at ESPN, before an ABC game in Boston when it got blown out that night by the Celtics, or in the aftermath of it, including Pat McAfee's show when he talked about me getting personal and taking it beyond basketball, I'm getting to a point where I'm getting very annoyed at people who cover the game of basketball, who cover professional sports, pundits out there, including him, his inner circle, his family members, and everybody else included. When are y'all going to ask him or hold him accountable for the truth? I have not been talking about Bronny James. I have not, as LeBron James accused me of doing to my face, been shitting on his son. I clapped back at D. Wade and Melo, two brothers I love dearly, when they were talking about this, even though 99% of the stuff they said was right. It was not clapping back at his son. Your second-round pick, 55th overall, there's been plenty of second-round picks that have to work their way up through the ranks before getting to the pro level. Me pointing that out about his son and talking about how his son has been pushed to the forefront.
Okay, so, Jesus Christ. Stephen A. Smith is being so obtuse, bro. I don't know what's worse. You actually just talking about Bronny or questioning someone's father. I think you literally doubling down. Because talking about someone's fatherhood is an extension of talking about their son. I don't know what's not clicking in Stephen A.'s head. But you questioning another man's decision as a father. Because that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Bron, is this what you wanted? Is this how you wanted it to go down? That is questioning someone's fatherhood. And I am definitely a proponent of say whatever you want. You just have to be prepared with the consequences, right? So, you know, Stephen A., say whatever the fuck you want, but when you meet that man you're talking about in that manner, face to face, and he confronts you and checks you on it because he has a problem with what you had to say, that's expected. That ain't no, oh, why would you do that? That comes with the territory. That comes with the territory.
Thereby put in a line of fire for folks in the media to come at him is not denigrating his son. It's simply highlighting what we all knew, which is that he's not ready yet. But based on what we've seen from Bronny recently, there are indications that he will be. And as LeBron James pointed out on the Pat McAfee show today, it's probably sooner than later because his growth and his maturation from just a year ago has happened by leaps and bounds. Nothing but respect and appreciation. Wishing Bronny nothing but the best. This is not about Bronny. This is about LeBron. This is about LeBron. And when you sit up there and you talk about, I love talking about, I don't need something like this to happen to talk about LeBron. He plays for the Lakers. He is LeBron James. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron James. And do I use him for ratings? You're damn right. Like I use anything in the news for ratings. Because I'm a reporter and a personality and a pundit and a commentator. That's my career.
What's good, Michael Gary?
Of course I talk about him. Of course I talk about anything relevant in the news. 1 minute it's LeBron, another minute it's the Cowboys. Y'all act like that's all I talk about. For 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week live, all I talk about is LeBron and the Cowboys. Are you sure? Because I can pick a whole bunch of things I've gotten in trouble for opening my mouth about. But that's neither here nor there. Because let's not get distracted from the real point at hand. The real point at hand is this. LeBron James continues to lie. He hoodwinked y'all into thinking that he was upset about criticism about his son. If your son is a professional basketball player, and I was talking about your son as a basketball player, since you just went on Pat McAfee's show and said you would never knock anybody for talking about the game, then what is it that I said?
He literally said he has a problem with motherfuckers taking it personal, and you took it personal. Stephen A., I don't know what is not clicking in your fucking head right now. Holy fuck. Because he's stuck on the point that LeBron is mad about him for talking about Bronny. When clearly the point is that you took it personal. You took it personal.
What I said was, as a father, stop.
Okay. Right there. Right there. At that point right there, it became personal. Jesus fuck.
I wasn't talking about you as a father, as somebody that's home minding your business, and I just call you out because your son is in this position. That's not the father I've been talking about. That's why I've been addressing Draymond Green, who's been an avid supporter of LeBron on this matter. All I'm asking is for comprehension of the actual point. How do you mention Bronny James without bringing up how he got drafted by the Lakers? How he got drafted, period. How do you bring that up without bringing up LeBron James saying he was better than some NBA players before he got to the NBA? How do you bring that up without bringing up that LeBron James said, quote, if you want me, draft my son. At this point, it ain't about the money. I'll play for free.
Oh my God, it is actually so easy. It is actually so easy. Because the nepotism conversation is completely different from the basketball conversation. And also, delivery matters, Stephen A. This is why I hate it when motherfuckers act obtuse, chat. Delivery matters. The way you're talking right now, the way you talked about LeBron James and his fatherhood when you talked about it was crazy work. It wasn't on some, because there's a way to phrase things. There's always a way to phrase things. One way you could phrase it is, there's been ongoing conversations about Bronny's deservingness in the league, LeBron's involvement with it, but that's neither here or there. What I want to talk about is Bronny's play in the league right now. And I believe but I believe Bronny, as it currently stands, just isn't ready for NBA action. He needs to stay in the G League. He needs to continue developing. And me personally, I probably would have had him stay in college. Period. If he left it at that, LeBron is not addressing none of this. None of this. None of this. There's a way to talk about things, chat. And the way Stephen A has been talking about this is crazy. So when you get checked for talking crazy, you shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be surprised. To stay consistent, the same way I'm talking about Stephen A right now, if he found this clip and talked crazy about me, I wouldn't be surprised. Because low-key, with the tone of my voice and my delivery, I am talking crazy about Stephen A. He probably won't see this. But if he does, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
It was LeBron. How is it? I mean, I understand cynics. I understand this penchant to just hate the player and not the game. I understand how it's tempting to just come at me because you might dislike me or might disagree with me if you're Joe Public or Susie Public out there. I get it. But don't the truth matter? Because there's one person in this ordeal that's telling the truth, and it's me. I don't lie to y'all. His ass lies a lot.
Oh, wow. Now, that is true. LeBron does lie a lot.
And there's a lot of shady stuff that he does. And one of the things is his passive aggressiveness. And the two-facedness, and smile in your face and dig you behind the back.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay.
I happen to know that about him, which is why I don't like him. And he don't like me. But it doesn't stop me from being fair and calling it like I see it. We ain't exchanging Christmas gifts. We ain't having Thanksgiving dinner together. What you bring your son up in there for? What you bring your family up in there before? You gonna go on Pat McAfee show, talk about you gonna protect your house. What you talking about? Your son ain't at the house. He's at Crypto.com Arena. We ain't covering him in Brentwood. We covering him in downtown LA at the Crypto.com Arena. Where you put him. Now, I happen to believe that he's going to be ready. I think Bronny's going to be an NBA player. I believe in the kid personally. But LeBron did this. Now, to get to he and I, could y'all please go back to the video of him getting in my face? If you watch, ladies and gentlemen, and you see it for yourself, notice how LeBron is in my face, and right when he finishes, he looks past me right at the camera that was filming it. Watch him. I didn't even pick that up first go round.
We gotta stop, yo, Stevie. We got, hey, man, Steven. We got. Is he trying to make the case that he did this knowing someone's gonna record it? What? This is a nationally televised Laker game with LeBron James. I don't know if y'all have been to a public event recently, but everyone is always recording. And any moment that happens in the game, there is going to be footage of it. That motherfucker's not clip farming. He probably he did what he had to do, looked up and saw a camera, and this is a reach. This is a reach.
You got Markieff Morris to my right, his left. You got Scott Brooks, assistant coach, behind him. He finishes talking and looks right up to the camera. Everybody and their mother knew I was going to be there. Because when you sit courtside, the Lakers have an idea of who's going to show up. He knew I was coming. And picked the third quarter in the middle of the game to say what he has to say to make sure the camera's rolling and to then look at the camera after immediately saying what he said to me. With me.
Yo, Mike. Stephen A. say, hey, Mike, Stephen A. is saying LeBron paid your ass to record that clip. That is literally what Stephen A. is saying. Oh my God. This is just so funny because I know who recorded it. I don't know him personally. Maybe he was actually played by Clutch. I don't fucking know. But it's because I know who recorded this, and I just highly doubt that this was some, because this is what Stephen A. is saying, unless I'm missing it, that this was some coordinated event to embarrass Stephen A. LeBron knew where the camera was gonna be at, so that when he confronted Stephen A., he knew exactly where the camera was gonna be, to the phone. Man, we gotta stop. Stephen A., you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
He having no chance to respond. We could have went to the back after the game. LeBron James could have came right over the press row and said, yo, don't leave. I want to see you after the game.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to Stephen A. chat. One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to Stephen A. This whole, we can take it privately thing is the most annoying thing Stephen A. does. Stephen A., you talk about everyone publicly. You talk about everyone publicly in front of millions of people every single day. But when they want to address you, they gotta do it privately. When you, in their eyes, embarrass them in front of the whole American national media on a daily basis. So you're like literally, if I talk shit about any one of y'all, chat, any one of y'all, if I talk shit about, let's just say Omar, Low, all of that on this exact stream, and then I tell them, and they go crash out publicly, and then I tell them, yo, you could have just called me privately if it was really a problem. What the fuck do I look like doing that? Chat, what would I look like calling out motherfuckers in public on a public setting and then telling them, could have just, like, come on, bro. I would be a lame. I would genuinely be a lame. Dead ass. That's crazy.
We got to have a conversation. And before any of these players or any professional athlete or anybody associated with them says another syllable, think about this. 99% of y'all would have done that. Y'all have said, Stephen A., don't leave. I ain't see you, bro. After the game, LeBron didn't want that. Because LeBron would have had to deal with my response. And my response would have been, you did this. This ain't me. Don't put this on me. Why the hell are you putting your son in this position knowing we got to cover him? If we don't cover him, we ain't doing our job. Why would you do that? That's what I would have said to him. But he didn't want a response. He didn't want that. Because LeBron wanted to give smoke. He didn't want to take any. What am I talking about? I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point. Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it. Typical bully mentality. It ain't working with me.
Oh, wow.
What am I talking about exactly? I'll tell you.
Now, when LeBron says you're taking it personal. Now, chat. From here on out, when LeBron says you're taking it personal, point to this fucking podcast right here. All of this is personal now. At this point in time, chat, all of this is personal. You're taking shots at his character. You're taking shots at his fatherhood. You're taking shots at the people around him. You're taking this is personal now. What? Like, come on, bro. We gotta be real. We gotta
right
be
after
real,
this
bro.
break from our sponsors.
Man, fuck this break. Actually, maybe not. I got relationships.
The next round of college, when you play matchups in 17, would never the select time. Rich Pauls, the Maverick Carters came up to me. Gotta have you on. I said, simple and plain, no problem. Only on one condition. Two conditions, I'm sorry. LeBron must be there.
Well, hold on.
Two conditions, I'm sorry. Plain. Maverick Carters came up, has a show called LeBron has a show called The Shop. Once upon a time, Rich Pauls, the Maverick Carters came up to me. Gotta have you on. I said, simple and plain, no problem. Only on one condition. Two conditions, I'm sorry. LeBron must be there because there are times where The Shop was aired and LeBron wasn't in attendance. I said, I show up, LeBron has to be there. Number one. And number two, no editing. Don't edit.
First, I ain't gonna lie, the first request is fine. No editing from an edited, produced content piece is crazy.
Edit shit out. Cliff note stuff, clip things, cut it out. Nah. Let the public see. I know if I told him to come on First Take, he ain't gonna want to do that because he views that as benefiting me. I know that if I wanted him to come on this podcast, he viewed that as benefiting me. Ladies and gentlemen, I offered to come on his spot. Name the time and place and I'll show up. By my damn self. I was never taken up on that offer. Because you see, it's real easy to talk that talk like you got all the facts when I'm not there to respond. It's another thing entirely if I'm there to refute all the bullshit coming out your mouth.
But whoa. Hold on. The reason why requesting no editing is crazy, Stephen A., is not just because, part of it as well, is because they want to control the narrative. But it's also a protection thing, Stephen A. You know that? If a guest hops on your platform and says some wild shit, being racist, homophobic, I don't even know what the fuck you want to say. Know what I'm saying? Just said some wild shit. There being a clause saying, oh, you got to keep that in. It's crazy. That's crazy.
But this is what he does. It's what he's always done. And then he looks at everybody else and he say, this Stephen A., man, please, whatever. Why do I take this so seriously? Because you got cats out there trying to give the impression that I come after people's families. I need y'all to pause for 1 second. And I just need y'all to think. I'm just talking to the professional athletes out there. I'm not going to even mention any names. Who have rallied to the support of LeBron like he's this big victim. There are owners. There are general managers. There are coaches. There are other players in other sports, what have you. Nepotism exists in every form of business we can muster in our minds. it's okay. It's okay. But when have you seen someone demand that the public stands down while somebody has lifted up their offspring before it was earned? When has that happened? I'm not talking about Bronny now and what we're seeing. I'm not even talking about Bronny from a month ago or whatever. I'm just talking about, in general, what the whole spectrum, before he bounced the ball, what we saw, what we witnessed LeBron doing and manipulating. Tell me when we've seen somebody do that for someone who was universally recognized as not necessarily ready yet. Not that he wouldn't be, but not necessarily ready yet.
I don't know what he's talking about, Jet.
That's what he asked of us. So
Didn't he literally say in the Pat McAfee clip that talking about hoops is your job and he don't got a problem with that? That's a part of the game. Didn't he verbatim say that? So what is Stephen A talking about? What is this is the thing with LeBron, and this is what makes this whole thing interesting. LeBron don't address the media. That's the whole thing that makes this so interesting. Is in LeBron's 20-year career, he has rarely, and I can't even name the times off the top of my head outside of this, addressed the media in this fashion. So when he does, all eyeballs are going to be on it because there has to be something special about what the fuck just happened so that LeBron is addressing you. Because at this point, it is very clear that LeBron has thick skin. He can handle basketball criticism. He gonna keep it basketball. Outside of 2011, when he told everyone at the end of the day, it's just basketball. I do remember that. But when it comes to this, bro, he gotta stop. The only part I'm really waiting for, chat, is the Brian Windhorst clip. For real.
Was talking about dad as in, yo, he's in public eye. Don't expose him like this to us. Because we got a job to do. Don't do that. That's all. I wasn't the one that brought up the legitimacy of his McDonald's All-American appearance on the roster. Kendrick Perkins did that. Numerous people pointed to other folks in high school basketball at the time, and they were questioning their worthiness. I didn't do that. When he had the heart ailment, oh my God, I hope he's okay. When he decided to pass up staying at USC and turn pro, cool. When opening night took place and the Griffies were in attendance, I was in Crypto.com arena standing clapping. All of that got ignored. Why did it get ignored, ladies and gentlemen? Because LeBron, it wasn't about the problem that LeBron had, about his son. It was LeBron having a problem and finally finding an excuse to do what he always wanted to do, which was confront me in an unfortunate and public platform.
Like you always do.
I'm not going to go as far as I want to go in saying how weak that stuff is in terms of how he confronted me. I would have waited. I got nothing to say to him now. You know, we'll probably never speak in life again. But if he wanted, you know, I wish he had the shop. I wish he invited me on. Not my platform, his platform. You can't defend the stuff that he's done. You have no idea, but he knows I know. We want to go there, let's go there. Slithering and just through stuff and always with the two-faced nonsense. Ooh, y'all don't know the half. Y'all don't know. So when he went on Pat...
So again, I sound like a broken record at this point. So when LeBron goes on Pat McAfee and says he got a problem with you taking shit personal, And this is the problem that a lot of motherfuckers have with you, Stephen A. Is you do take it personal. You do pull the, oh, but I got sources that tell me otherwise. You pull that card a lot. I think it was very, very weird when it came to Lonzo, how you was threatening to leak his medical information. Like, that's crazy, Stephen A. That's crazy. That this is a card that you routinely pull. And it's weird. It's weird. It's very, very weird. For a sports journalist, for a sports analyst to continue pull this card is fucking weird. It just is. It just is, bro.
At McAfee's show earlier today, it was no surprise. The show that comes on after first.
And this is what I'm saying, chat, when it comes to a lot of national media believes they are bigger than being a sports analyst at this point. A part of it is ESPN and these companies enabling them by giving them these big-ass platforms and giving them these big-ass checks. But Stephen A. Smith believes he is bigger than being a journalist at this point. And it is very, very clear, specifically with this brand on his YouTube channel, that he's trying to pivot out of sports. And this is why Stephen A. feels comfortable speaking the way that he speaks. Is because as a sports journalist, as a sports personality, to his credit, he is bigger, pause, he is bigger, he is more important than a lot of these NBA players, including some stars.
Okay. The show that stars me. I know that you got a new podcast coming out with Steve Nash. No surprise there. JJ Redick, Steve Nash. No surprise. Got the podcast coming out. Definitely want to promote that basketball podcast. And we should watch it. We should learn because LeBron knows more basketball than most people forgot. Just like he said to Pat McAfee. His mind, he thinks the game. Most of these people rely on their athleticism and their talents and their skill. He relies on his brain. He's absolutely right. And he knows basketball backwards and forwards. That has nothing to do with how you've treated people. That has nothing to do with the things that you've said. That has nothing to do with you confronting me about doing my job. And everybody wants to look at it and say, there's a father, there's a father, there's a father. Because I said, as a father. I stand by that. Not because he's Bronny's father. I stand by it because he was the one putting everything on public display. We didn't have to know that he didn't care about,
Okay, he's just talking in circles. He
ladies
does
and
this a lot
gentlemen,
too, chat.
it's very important that you understand what I'm about to say.
He does this a lot.
To me, anyway. I'm not a liar. You might not like what I say. Every truth ain't meant to be told. But I don't go on the airwaves and lie. I did not know we were being videoed at courtside. He was walking out of
Steven. Again, it's like he's never been to a fucking NBA game recently, bro. Everyone got their phones out, bro. Like, I don't...
Time out.
Literally any public event you go to now, it is just assumed, especially if you're courtside, especially at Lakers. Like, this is literally how it is going to a game with a very big star, like specifically LeBron James. A lot of the people in the crowd don't know the next time they're about to see LeBron James, this may be their first time seeing LeBron James. So it doesn't matter if it's opening tip. It doesn't matter if it's, courts, if it's a third quarter, if it's halftime. If they get a good shot of LeBron James coming their way, the phones are coming out. The phones are coming out from the rooftops. Not just, the side that he's like, from the rooftops. Phones are out to get pictures of LeBron James. The fuck you think this is, 98? Nah, that has. Stephen A., do you think this is 98? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I did not know initially that after he finished getting in my face, he looked right. right up at the camera.
Oh my God.
Go back and look at the angle. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. When I went on the air the next morning, we had a morning meeting, at which time I said to the staff at First Take, I don't feel like talking about this. And then minutes later, they said it's the #1 trending topic in sports.
I do believe him on this front, though. I will say that. I do believe. I can definitely see this scenario happening. But not knowing you're recorded, come on, bro.
You have to talk about it. The bosses, you have to talk about it. What do you mean you ain't talking about it? This is what you do. This is sports. This is a sports story, and it directly involves you. What you mean you ain't talking about it? So he might think I'm salivating and I was happy to discuss it. I'm not happy to discuss a dude getting in my face.
Oh.
Telling me stop shitting on his son. I'm not happy about that.
Oh my God.
I think Savannah is the first lady of the NBA. I think she's an absolutely wonderful human being that has always been nothing but kind to me. You think I like the thought of pissing her off? Gloria James, an absolutely wonderful.
Where is the Wendy clip, bro? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not watching this whole thing, bro. I'm not watching this whole thing. Essentially, there's another clip of like Stephen A talking about BRON line about Wendy. It don't even matter at this point, for real. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, that was I don't know if y'all have ever seen a full Stephen A podcast before. I actually do watch a decent amount of his content just to, see what, the old heads are doing. But yeah, that's a lot of Stephen A's content, y'all. It's an old mainstream dude who does not know how social media works, how YouTube works, why editing's important, all these different things. And I get why he got a moderator now. I definitely no. Definitely no. But look at Skip trying to getting in on the action. Hold on, he says, "Hey LeBron, I see where you say you and Jordan don't talk, but that you hope that changes after you retire. It won't. He's above you, will remain aloof. You chose to wear 23, keep doing his pre-tip powder toss to pretty much announce, I'm the next him. Nope, he won't forget." Skip, go to bed. What time is it? 3 hours ago? 8:18. Go to bed, Skip. Goddamn, bro. God, I'm tired of these old fucks, man. Tired of these old fucks. Okay. That's another clip from all the action. Unc and Ocho react to LeBron's beef with Stephen A. Let's see what's going on here.
Hey. Me, I wish Stephen A would just left it alone. Once he addressed it, once it happened.
The first time.
Address it. This is what happened. He came over to me, said what he said. I want to address it now, and I'm going to be done with it.
Right.
Because as my grandma used to say, boy, stirring up old ish, it still smells.
I will say this, that too, if Stephen A really didn't want to talk about it, but he was still forced to talk about it, he could have just talked about it on First Take. And you can tell when motherfuckers don't want to talk about shit. Just left it at that, gave that delivery off that I'm being forced to talk about it, and then never talked about it again. But it's the fact that you went on First Take, and then you went on your personal podcast the exact same day, and then you've had multiple takes talking about this, that makes people believe that, okay, yeah, it does sound like you care. But
So every time Stephen A. talks about it, it stirs it up again.
Yeah.
And look, I see both sides. I see both sides of the equation.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. just need to let it go. He needs to let it go. And now you're like, well, if he'd hit him, I don't think LeBron was coming to hit you. LeBron was coming to tell you, bro, just stop talking about my son. Right. He said, because you said, oh, as a father, now you're making it personal. You're making it personal because now you're making it seem, and this is how LeBron, I think, took it. You making it seem that I'm not a good father, that I'm not putting my son in a position to be successful. And so you're pushing this. And so LeBron took it a certain way. And am I surprised LeBron responded the way he did so publicly? Because LeBron is a very private person.
Yes, sir.
He might have an issue with someone and you will never know it.
You'll never know it, yeah.
You will never know it. So, and so for him to do that at a game, and it wasn't after the game, it wasn't before the game, it was the third quarter during a timeout.
Right.
Lets you know how upset he was at Stephen A. and what Stephen A. had been saying. But at this point in time, I understand LeBron, they asked LeBron about this, but if I'm Stephen A., hey, guys, I've already addressed that. He said what he said. I understood his point. I said what I said. Now it's time to move on. Right. Look, it's not.
Ocho looks like he's having the time of his life. Ocho looks like he's having the time of his life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Listen, man. Listen. Shout out to the 168 in the building. Yes, sir. Let's get this stream to 100 likes. Okay, we are at 75 right now. Let's get this to 100 likes. I appreciate y'all enjoying all the madness, the badness, a combination today. All right. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm not leaving though. I know I usually say that at the end. Follow the Instagram. Check us out on Spotify, iTunes, all of that. If this is your first stream, put a 1 in the chat. If this is your first stream, put a 1 in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Damn, I am really, really excited about Jollibee expanding in America. But that's another side note. Okay. So, let's talk about Daryl, man. Let's talk about... I know it's a crazy switch up. Let's talk about Daryl. Daryl Gransberry. DDG. Okay. So, 7 days, 7 nights, hit-a-thon. The latest thon in the streets. Yes, hit-a-thon. Hopefully I don't get claimed for this. Too much money in my pocket. I can't walk around out way too much. No. Don't put that right there.
All right, play that back for me.
Man, his album doing like 3 days. I still can't believe he agreed to that other shit.
What y'all think of that one, chat? You like that last one? I think that should go on the album or what?
Oh shit! Time to get them scissors, bro. We have 40,000.
The fuck?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This trailer's fire though. This trailer's fire. I like this.
Diddy, yo, you good, bro? Album doing like 2 days, man. We gotta get to it.
All right, punch me in.
I'm his little fire shit. He better know that I'm keeping it real.
They got me fucked up. I might do some dumb shit. She won't link, give me up. Pull up to the front shit.
So, the latest thon in the streets, Daryl. about to be streaming for 7 days, 7 nights, making an album. I believe that's the idea. Literally making an album. Okay. And while I do want to shout out DDG, yes, that was Bia. I do want to shout out DDG for the success when it comes to the streaming game recently, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. DDG has actually been killing the streaming game. For real. You know, a lot of YouTubers turn streamers low-key fail, but DDG's pivot has actually been really, really strong. The viewership has translated over to Twitch. And low-key, him and Zeus and B-Lou, they're low-key having like a second win in their career, bro. I ain't gonna, and it's fun to see, man. It's fun to see. It's fun to see some of the old heads, because I know DDG's an old head at this point, so you know what I'm saying? Get a second wind, you know, and shout out to streaming for providing that. However, this is a take that he had recently, and let's go ahead and watch it.
Nigga, you got to make money. You got to spend your money in order to make money when it comes to streaming. I never experienced this with YouTube because I just pop out with my camera, nigga. I buy one camera, SD card, a laptop. I'm good to go. I don't need to spend nothing else, nigga. I buy food, whatever. I vlog, post my vlogs. That's it. This shit right here, nigga, this is a spending game. The more you spend, the more lit you get. And I'm in the 6-figure range for this following week. Profit wise, I don't know. I might break even. I might make a little money. I might lose some money, but it's not about that. It's about elevating. It's about bringing in, you know, it's about bringing in a new audience and letting people know I can do the shit. Nigga, you got to make money.
So essentially DDG is saying to get lit as a streamer, you got to spend money. And this comes off the fact that he spent allegedly like $600K on this thon. $600K, like something crazy. And to be honest with you, this is not a cancellation of DDG. This is not a DDG's bugging for this type of take, because I actually do agree with a lot of the things that he said. And I think this is a marker of the streaming game now and how it has changed, in my opinion, for the better in certain regards, but for the worse in some regards. For the better in some regards and the worse in some regards. For the better in the sense of, I think streaming has added a lot of validity to content creators within the mainstream space. I think it is because of the streaming burst, the streaming bubble, that, you know, Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed are getting all these opportunities, and content creators are crossing the chasm of becoming like A-list, B-list celebrities. I'm saying they can sit in a room with some of these mainstream artists and hold their fucking own. You know what I'm saying? So streaming has definitely brought a lot of good to the game. But I also had this take a couple days ago that just from a personal preference, I miss the desktop streaming era, chat. I miss the desktop streaming era. You know, when everyone was just playing games, when everyone was just reacting to videos and Discord calls, because now the IRL streaming boom, I feel like, has risen and elevated the floor of content that you need to produce to become a successful streamer to a detriment. Now, I do believe this is just a natural evolution to the game. And you can say, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. And that's truly where I'm coming from, for real. However, I do not think we're in an era anymore where we're going to see a desktop streamer pop off. Now, let me preface this by saying there are still a lot of successful desktop streamers to this day. All right, the last time I had this conversation on the pod, motherfuckers were bringing up Moist Critical. Okay, Moist Critical is still doing well, okay? XQC, if he goes live right now, he's still going to pull numbers. But what I'm talking about is the blowing, like a content creator blowing up in this year or the next year. I don't think that streamer is going to blow up through being at the desk, at least on Twitch. And the way we view like traditional streaming, you know what I'm saying? Because I mentioned this a while ago. whatchamacallit, like Candace Owens is pulling Kai Cenat numbers on YouTube. That's a different story. But yeah. I don't think people can break through doing desktop streams anymore. I truly don't. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? That's really the conversation to be had, for real. But I would argue that it is a bad thing. I would argue that that is a bad thing. Because I think the beauty of streaming initially was that this was a medium where the barrier to entry was very, very low. The appeal was the fact that you didn't have to edit. You didn't have to learn how to make titles. You didn't have to learn how to make thumbnails. You just press start streaming in OBS, do what you do regularly, have fun, get lit, and that's the content. But now to make it as a streamer, for you to do all these extreme content, I don't necessarily think that's good for the game. I don't necessarily think that's good for the game. But I do think it's just a natural thing. I don't think it matters as long as you're lucky, funny, attractive, or both, and have the talent. Now let me say this. Can a streamer get to 1,000 concurrent, 1,500 concurrent, still doing desktop streaming and all of that? I think so. But again, what I'm talking about is a different level. What I'm talking about is becoming the next Sketch, the next Jinxie, the next Queso. That shit ain't happening on desktop, bro. That shit is not happening on desktop. But yeah, I don't know. It's just becoming an extremely expensive niche to succeed in. And I just don't know if it's for the good. I just don't know if it's for the good. But let's go ahead and move on. Apparently LeBron posted on Instagram. Is it on Instagram, chat? Is it on Instagram? Oh, shit.
Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Clean up the upcut more. Raise them up. Yeah, make it more free.
Too. Nah, Bron's a troll. Bron's a troll, bro. Bron is mad funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bron is actually so... Bron is so hilarious, man. Yeah, Bron's a troll. That's funny. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. This is another take that Daryl had that's interesting. This is a separate side note. Let's go ahead and watch it.
10 M's for the rest of your entire life is not enough money. Let's debate, please. I would love to get canceled about this. I stand on it forever.
He said I would love to get canceled.
It don't have nothing to do with me being a rapper. It don't have nothing to do with me wanting nice shit. It don't have nothing to do with none of that shit, nigga. I'm trying to tell you niggas, bro, it ain't enough. Argue with your granny, nigga. Argue with your granny. If I gave you 10 M's right now and said that's all you gonna have for the rest of your fucking life, you be broke by 50. 10 M's.
Broke by 50? Oh my God. That's a bad take. That's... I ain't gonna cancel him because that's definitely not a deplatform DDG ass take. But that's a bad take, Daryl. I think the only way, and I think this is probably where he's thinking, is that if you gave me $10 million right now, there is definitely gonna be a natural lifestyle creep if you gave me 10 M's right now. Right? If you gave me 10 M's right now, I'm buying a Lambo. You know, I'm buying not just a $400K starter home. I'm buying, like, you know what I'm saying, $1 million house. However, if we just want to stick to the take, $10 million is definitely, absolutely, positively enough to last you a lifetime. Absolutely. You just gotta live frugal. Well, not even frugal. You just don't gotta live an expensive ass lifestyle. That's really all it is, right? Like, literally, regular people live pretty comfortable lifestyles right now, making $200K a year. Okay? Let's go through the calculator, because let's do the math. Okay? Regular people right now live comfortably off of $200K a year. And mind you, to some people, $200K is already a crazy amount of money. A lot of people make it work with 60, 70, 80K. Okay, 100K. I make it work. I ain't gonna say that. Okay. But $10 million, if you divide that by 200K, that's 2 million. 200. That's 50 years. That's 50 years. 50 years of living a 200K a year lifestyle is definitely possible. It's definitely doable. Absolutely. 200K a year, providing a family, all of that is possible with 200K. Now, the caveat might be, oh, you can't reinvest it into anything. The 10 million, you can't reinvest it into the market. You can't do nothing with it. You just got to live with the 10 mil and make nothing. I guess this is also not including not working or investing either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is assuming, and mind you, this is assuming that you just get 10 mil today. Okay? You get 10 mil today, you're not doing nothing else. You're not doing nothing else with your life. And this is also saying that you can't do anything else with your life. You can't invest, you can't get real estate, you can't do crypto, can't do none of that. None of that. 50 years of making $200K a year. And let's also assume that this is tax-free money, okay, before y'all, but taxes, what about tax? Come on, bro, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. But if we lower this to 150K, that extends out to 66 years. That extends out to 66 years of making 150K a year. We gotta stop. we gotta stop. And this is also assuming, I'm assuming that you're giving this to someone not like as a newborn too. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you give this to a fucking 15-year-old. So we're really looking at, you know, a lifespan of 80 years, right? Like, because I highly doubt this scenario, you're thinking of someone that's fucking a newborn. You know what I'm saying? You're giving this to someone that's a young adult at the very least, if not like a grown man. Like, yeah, if we put this at 100K, that's 100 years. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, definitely, like, I've had to take on this podcast before that 100K now is not what 100K was before. But 100K is still 100K, and you can live off of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you treat that 10 mil like you're making 10 mil a year, I could definitely see motherfuckers running through it. I can definitely see people running through that shit, though. Damn. The Celtics are up by 30 without Tatum? Are we a super team? Hold on. Now, let me see the box score here real quick, chat. Hold on. Let's look at the box score. Let's look at the box score, chat. Hold on. This is crazy. 129-97. Jaylen Brown with 24. Al with 16-10. Porzingis had 30? Oh! Porzingis smacked them. Pritchard didn't even have a good game. Hold on. KD got his, though. D-Book, 4-13. Jesus Christ. No Brad Beal. Yo, this Suns team is cheeks, bro. This Suns team is cheeks. God damn. Goddamn. Okay. All right. GTA 6 will. Okay, let's move on to this. All right. Cash Nasty informs his girlfriend on how serious playing GTA 6 will be for him, even saying he will get a fake wife and kids in a game if she gets mad and leaves.
Babe, somebody asked me if I'm going to stream GTA 6 when it come out. Man,
I want to play that game so bad. What?
Girl, look.
What?
We might go on a temporary break.
Why?
I'm locking myself in. Caveman.
Oh, no, you're not.
Shit, we'll see. I'll start a fight.
Why?
I'll start a fight.
That's so toxic.
It's toxic, man. For GTA 6, man, bro.
I want to play.
Let me tell you this right now. There's a couple of times in live chat where it is just clear cut that you gotta take advantage of a situation. And I know that sounds crazy. I know the way I phrase that sounds fucking crazy. Don't clip that out of context. The reason why I say that is that if you want to change your life, GTA 6 will change a lot of people's lives. Let me say that again. GTA 6, when it comes out, will change a lot of people's lives. Full stop. And I don't know of things that happen or that are going to happen that like everyone is just like, okay, anticipating and getting ready for it because they know it's going to literally change their life. Maybe like very early adopters of crypto. And like if you're really high on a certain company, like investing into it very, very early. Stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, GTA 6 will change a lot of people's lives. For good or for good or for bad, that is still yet to be determined. But I truly do think GTA 6 will make a whole new wave of content creators pop that we've never seen before. I'm telling you right now. Motherfuckers have been waiting for the next GTA to come out. Knowing how successful the last GTA was from a content perspective and how that changed a lot of people's lives, people know now. And once GTA 6 comes out, everyone is waiting to pounce. I'm telling you right now. So if you want to change your life in a very short amount of time, get right with GTA 6, bro. Get right with GTA 6. I ain't gonna lie. And start the seed early. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for GTA 6 to come out to then start creating content. I know a lot of y'all will, because that's just how y'all talk. Start creating content now. Start planning out what you're gonna do now, so that when GTA 6 comes out, it's just all about execution, bro. It's just that's all you gotta worry about is execution. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, GTA 6, bro. That's going to change a lot of people's lives. And I'm also curious if they're truly like going to make a game that's been worth the wait. Because it may be like a Rihanna effect thing of like, damn, bro, we've been waiting so long. This shit is bound to fail. Like the album is about, like the next project is bound to fail because it's not going to meet the expectations that you set because we've been waiting for 13 years. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see though. We will see. Okay. Rockstar never fails though. Hey, that's what a lot of people are hanging their head on. I am still gonna hang my head on that. I trust Rockstar to pull it off. But I'm just saying, bro, the expectations are mad high. And I feel like the expectations are so high. If this is just another GTA with no like game-changing mechanics for real, like nothing that shifts the industry, it's gonna be a disappointment. It's gonna be a disappointment, man. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing, man. Let's talk about Max here real quick. So, a couple days ago, Big Maxwell, had Sexy Red on his stream. Yes, sir. Okay. Along with a couple other rappers. You might know them. I don't. Sexy Red, Chicken P, and Baby Chief Do It arrive on Plaque Boy Max's stream. Let's see if there's any music.
What's going on? How you feeling? Gang? Chilling. You know what I'm saying? Chilling.
Yeah, there's a little bit of music. There's a little bit of music. You might be asking who the fuck is Chicken P. I don't know. Respectfully. But Max has been killing it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Max. He's still my streamer of the year. Changing the game with this in the booth shit. You know what I'm saying? However, some conflict arose in the stream. So it started here. Chicken B and Sexy Red went on a rant about Max's producers after listening to beats for hours.
They sent the beats to Discord.
Yeah. Oh, this your stuff.
Yo, Discord out of fucking order. Them beats weak as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta listen to. You gotta listen to.
Send them fire.
Send what?
Send them fire, nigga.
You gotta.
I'm gonna be the one to say it, nigga. And I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna say what everybody thinking. I'm gonna say what everybody thinking, nigga. I fuck with Black Boy Max. No disrespect, brother. No disrespect, brother. Tell them niggas send some fucking fire.
Y'all gotta listen. There's mad.
Got Big Sexy in this bitch. Baby Key in this bitch. Baby Chief Do It in this bitch. Chicken P in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Max looks annoyed. Max looks annoyed, bro. Look at him. Look at Max's face. Can't
play around. We need street shit.
No, y'all gotta.
Hey, hold on. Pause it one time.
I ain't gonna stop that beat.
Y'all sending all that bullshit. Y'all be wanting to hear them other niggas on. Kendrick Lamar and we ain't on that. We need some gangster shit. Send that shit right the fuck now, nigga.
Okay. Demi Beast was apparently watching the stream, and he says the beats were good, though. So, okay. So, there was also this clip right here, and this was the one I saw. I didn't even see that last clip. Chicken P got so mad at the chat that he told Max to take them off the screen.
Turn them lights off one time so they can see something.
Huh?
See?
What you talking about? So they can see what?
I just said them two right there. Just turn them off.
Not for what though?
It's cool. We ain't even play the beat. I'm gonna tell you the same way.
Yeah, no, Max is fed up. Nah. I can tell this body language. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've done it before on Let's Keep It a Book, okay? If I'm done with shit, I'm shutting off, bro. Like, man, what you want? All right, okay. Like, this low key my bag right here, chat. This low key my bag right here.
They just playing crazy, bro.
Who playing?
All them.
Nah, it's the chat. Like it's the chat.
Fuck the chat.
This is my chat. Like
no. See, I ain't gonna say fuck bro chat, cause I'm on here. But play the beat.
Look at him trying to backtrack now, bro. Look at him trying to backtrack. You know, it is just so funny to me that all of these moments only happen with the C-list rappers. It is just so funny to me that all of these moments only happen with the C-list rappers. The only time moments like this don't happen with C-list rappers is Cardi and Aiden, but I think that's a whole different story. But all of these rappers that are trying to ego motherfuckers like Max, like Kai, it's never the big dogs. It's never the big dogs. It's always the dudes that need Max way more than Max needs them. It's always the case, chat. They need Max way more than Max needs them. But it's because of the fact that They're ignorant. They don't know how poppin' streamers are. They don't know the actual platform that they're on. They got this insanely big ego that they be talking crazy on these streams. They be acting like they own the place. They be acting like they're the big dogs because they're the rapper. They're the rapper. They're the artist. Who the fuck is this little streaming ass dude? Streamer? I'm a rapper. One day y'all will learn. We're learning every single day though. We're learning every single day who really got motion for real, who really got influence for real. And it's not you, Chicken P. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not Chicken P, bro. I'm sorry. That's not who got leverage in this situation. Matter of fact, you ain't even Lil TJ. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, he's not even Lil TJ. And Lil TJ was, you know what I'm saying? He was already talking crazy. And Lil TJ is Lil TJ. That's the only bill I'll give Lil TJ. Like, Lil TJ, Chicken P. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. A lot of these people. You know what's crazy? It is telling. Like, it's moments like this that's telling as to why you are at the level that you are. Don't nobody want to work with people like this. People don't want to work with people like this. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the worst things Kanye has ever done to the music industry, along with a lot of things. Kanye made motherfuckers believe that everyone can act like Kanye. Kanye made people believe that everyone can act like you ain't Kanye, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. He a D-list, D-tier rapper at best. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe I just don't know ball. Chat, is it just a case of I don't know ball? Do I just not know who Chicken P is? Maybe I just don't know who Chicken P is, chat. Maybe I just don't know who Mr. Chicken P is. You know? They used one of my friend's beats and he called it ass. Hey, man. Damn, I'm late as fuck to the stream. Shout out to Introvertical, man. Shout out to Introvertical. He's ass. Man. As far as Max in the situation, I don't think he'll do it at this point. But man, vet. That's always gonna be my advice when it comes to these situations. Vet. At some point, you know. Because I think the problem with a lot of the FaZe dudes is they are just way too comfortable inviting anyone to their stream. I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious. It's a part of why they're still like relatable to a lot of people right now, is because of this dynamic. But they are just comfortable inviting and streaming anything on their stream, and I think that's why they have these types of troubles, is because of the fact that they just let everyone and anyone on the stream. There needs to be a better vetting process, specifically with Max, because he does do a lot of guest streams, specifically with Max and who he brings on. There have been so many times now. It's not from the Jada Newman situation to Lil TJ situation and the Fabio Foreign situation. And I think I'm blanking on a couple situations here where like people are just getting their shit off on your stream, and a big part of it is because he just has this mentality of like, not Jaden, Julian Newman, my bad, but he just has this mentality of like, all right, if you know, like, you get, he's just way too loose with the plus ones. When it comes to hosting these streams, hosting gatherings and all this different shit, he is just way too loose with the plus ones. And sooner or later, I think it's going to be inevitable, especially with the way Max is growing. he is going to have to keep his circle closer and closer, smaller and smaller. Because not everyone can be on a Mac stream. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can be on a Mac stream. Not everyone can be on a Kai stream. Because the bigger you get, the more people look at you as an opportunity. And the more people act out because they view you as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to get their 15 seconds of fame on you. They're trying to get, you know, the next popping thing. Because they've shown that being on your platform does allow that. You know? But you just... He'll learn. One way or another. You know? But shout out to TTP Primo. W shout out, thank you. I'm very far back, but this is your best work. Glad to see where you are. Appreciate that, man. Crazy voice crack. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Oh, thank God Dre put this in the chat. I don't want to get too political on y'all, but this really isn't political. This got to be the worst content I've seen all week.
What about tariffs are good? Let's start with that.
We actually used to have tariffs with President McKinley. In the modern economy, it's hard to master tariffs. There's a bunch of other countries that we're now putting tariffs on that actually have had tariffs on us for a while.
It raises prices. And another thing, it is a form of hostile foreign policy. The state of world politics at the moment needs a lot less hostility.
If you have large tariffs on cars, that makes people then want to buy cars made in the U.S. because they're cheaper than cars made in...
Man, Jimmy, go play Fortnite, man. Damn. Oh, my God. Go to the park. Play baseball. Play basketball. Oh, my God. Go on the slide. Jesus fuck, bro. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe this is an unprogressive ass take. But my God, there should be an age limit on when people, specifically kids, can start talking about politics, bro. Like, bro, this is, and this being content too is nasty. But I will say this. Listen, I'm not tapped in with elementary school and the education system as it currently stands. But I do believe with the current age of social media, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, if y'all got, you know, anecdotal shit to bring to the table here, please let me know. But I've heard through the rumblings that like kids really be debating about politics now at a very, very young age. At a very, very young age. Like we're talking about middle school age, elementary school age. Motherfuckers repping Trump at 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just a lot of political conversations in school. Is that true? Is that true? Yeah, I don't know. This is just... We're at a point where political talking points have crossed the chasm in social media so much that kids are just talking about it for fun. I can't even say they're doing it for fun, but it's just like they've become invested in politics, in very, very serious conversations that they probably just don't have full grasps of at a very young age. And I think that there's a problem with that, bro. There's a problem with that. I think it is way too young to be having like these people are way too young to be having conversations like this. I don't know, bro. Like go watch Disney. Go, and this is why I do feel like there really should be, and this may be another like conservative take of mine. Like I truly do think there should be an age limit on social media. I do think it was better during during our childhoods when media was highly gatekept and highly mainstreamed. You know what I'm saying? There was more control as to what your children saw. You know, if they're watching the TV and you walked into the room, one, you can clearly see the TV, and two, you can flip the channel. You know what I'm saying? And ask them, why were you watching that? All these different things. You know what I'm saying? But now that social media is on a device like this, they can keep it away from you. They can have their AirPods in and watch whatever the fuck they want. And not knowing it, not knowing what they're saying truly. A lot of social media is unregulated. I think that's bad, bro. That's bad. That's bad. EOS at what age? What is EOS? I don't know. Were you talking politics? Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's just how I grew up, bro. But I don't know. I've never really gotten into politics. I've only been talking about political shit to a degree over these last like 3 to 4 years. But even in high school, I'm gonna be, and maybe this is just ignorance. Probably, I ain't gonna lie. In hindsight, this is probably like ignorance for real. Oh, it's just me was talking to EOS in chat. My bad. Maybe this was just ignorance, but I swear to God, I didn't even know my classmates' political stances and their political directionness. I'm blanking on the word right now. Like until graduation, I don't know, bro. Like I just never talked about that shit, for real. But I think it's really bothersome to me that like, what I think the thing that I'm really trying to convey with that clip is that I think kids at that age being so involved with politics that like it's becoming their personality. It's becoming their, like, it's becoming, like, they're creating content about it, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's very dangerous language at a very early age that fucking 9-year-olds are walking around talking about fucking libtards. Like, that's crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. That type of language, honestly, it's worse than hearing a kid say a cuss word. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, what are you even watching that type of shit? Like, you trying to get that off. You know what I'm saying? And I think it works both ways, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the other equivalent would be. But, nah, that's bothersome, bro. That's bothersome. I don't know. At a young age, I think, you know, there's times to grow up. There's times where you need to learn the realities of life. But I truly do feel as if some of that you just got to learn naturally, and it can't be something forced upon you. You know what I'm saying? Through artificial means, like social media. I guess that's ultimately what I'm trying to get off here. I don't know. But with that being said, man, listen. Shout out to the 117 in the building, man. Big 117 in the building, right? Big 117 in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Ashton Hall is this is Kick Champ. I can't trust them. Okay. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Once again, if y'all like what I'm doing over here, leave a like on the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, follow us on audio platforms. I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Follow me on Instagram, man. That's going to be my main plug. That is going to be my main plug from now on, man, because Instagram be going crazy. Instagram been going crazy. We got 44K on there. Okay, Real's been going crazy. This is probably where y'all are gonna get the most up-to-date information on Speaking with Souls, Sipping with Souls. Q&A prompts, updates, guests, things of that nature. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram over here. I'm trying to get to 50K, man. We're close to 50K. And the performance on these vids, crazy. But that being said, hope y'all have a good one. Oh, Droopy for $2. SOLZ and best editor software. Is that a question? I'm assuming it is. Best editing software for beginners. Honestly, use CapCut. For more advanced shit, use DaVinci. If you can afford it, Final Cut is good too. But honestly, I haven't heard any updates from Final Cut in years now, so maybe it's bad now. And Premiere is the industry standard. It just is for a lot of like like production workflows. Premiere is the standard. But CapCut, DaVinci, those are free options. CapCut has a premium version as well that I think is worth it. Honestly, it's not that expensive either. And then Premiere is like, again, the industry standard. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for coming through. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.